Okay, hi everyone. This is Unit 11, Part A continued. So we talked about reaction rate. Now we're going to talk about how to speed up reaction rate. And just to remind you, what is reaction rate? Like we'd say toilet paper is being bought at an alarming rate, right? That means like really fast. So just remember that rate means speed. All right. So today we're going to talk about 5 things that can make that rate faster to speed up a chemical reaction. Okay. And the first one is the nature of the reactants. So we did learn before that ionic substances versus covalent, ionic into ions easier. So they do just tend to react faster. Ionic tends to react faster than covalent. However, I will say when I looked through the old Regents questions, the recent Regents questions, I really couldn't find a lot of questions that asked that. So I wouldn't worry too much about that one. Let me scroll down. Let me get out of here. Okay, so we're not going to practice that too much. Next one is concentration of reactants. And if you watch that TED Ed video, this is the part where all right, if it's really crowded in the hallway, you're a lot more likely to bump into someone, right? So when are you more likely to bump into someone? In between classes when everyone's out there, or in the middle of a class when you went to the bathroom? If you ran into someone walking the hall when it's just the two of you going to the bathroom, that would almost be like awkward, right? But when it's really crowded, you're much more likely to bump into someone. And you're more likely to bump into them kind of, well, maybe harder. I guess that's more temperature. All right, so concentration is one thing. So if you anything where there's just more stuff in there, that's going to be a faster reaction rate. So like here we said, when are you more likely to see an accident? When the Northway is not very crowded with 10 cars, or when there's like 100 cars packed between exit 9 and 10. Okay, you're just more likely to bump when there's more particles. Okay, so if you see something like a 1 molar solution where there's not that much stuff in there, or like a 10 molar solution where there's more stuff in there, that means like they put more lemonade in the lemonade mix and there's more stuff in there to react and they're more likely to bump into each other, right? So concentration again means like how much is there? Did you make like really concentrated lemonade with lots of little particles that can bump into each other, or did you make like really kind of watered down lemonade with not that many particles? All right, so that's concentration. Our next one down, temperature. Okay, so again, they showed this in the video, the TED Ed video. If you were to kind of light a fire in the hallways, people would start like running like crazy. Okay, or if you were to like take a reactant and make it hotter, the reaction is going to happen a lot faster. Like if I take my chemicals and I put them like over a hot flame, you're going to see a lot more action. Okay, so temperature increases the speed of the reaction. Hotter is faster. And the reason is because when something is hotter, it moves faster. And when something moves faster, you're going to have more collisions. So that I say picture, if I pulled the fire alarm, we'll pretend that makes it hotter in the school, everybody's going to start running. So that's kind of the reason why you're not supposed to run in the hall, because think about it. Are you more likely to run into someone if you walk all the way across the school to gym, or if you sprinted as fast as you could? Okay, if you sprint as fast as you could and everybody's sprinting, you're a lot more likely to bump into someone. Also, when you do bump in, it's going to be a much harder collision. So you're going to have more collisions and more of them will be effective. So again, temperature means everybody's going faster. Think of like boiling water bubbling like crazy really faster. And that's going to give you more collisions, and they're going to be more effective because they'll be harder collisions. Okay, next one. Oops, I got to erase. Okay. Surface area. Think about what would dissolve faster if I dropped a sugar cube into some water, or like the loose sugar, right? Like from a sugar packet. Which one's going to dissolve faster? If you said the sugar packet, the loose sugar, you're right? Because there's more water can get in here in between the little particles, whereas this, the water can only touch the outside of the sugar cube, and it is going to be smaller. So surface area, more surface area, faster rate of reaction. And then our last one is a catalyst. So a catalyst, you learned in biology, it's like an enzyme that makes a reaction happen faster. Remember, we made cheese faster and we tested lactate faster. And the big thing you have to know about this is that, where is it? It gives it a faster rate